That was a tactical drive.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're back for the second match of the day. Zak Osborne versus Kevin Gemmel. Race to 7, £150 pot.
Hell of a lag. Afternoon.
Afternoon, Mitch.
How the devil are we?
Oh,
We're back again. So, Zak has won the lag. He will break.
Crunching break to start with.
That could be a lovely start. I expect this one to be a bit closer than our first stream game.
Yes, I think it will be.
I've heard they've played before, am I right in saying?
Apparently they have, and I think I'm right in saying that Zak won that one as well. So Kev is out for revenge.
2.0. Take 2.
That's what his name looks like on the football card.
2-0. Afternoon, viewers. Second game of the day. And we are still running the football card if anybody is interested. For those tuned in, sure that now we've gone live. For all the people that are subscribed, thank you very much. You should be getting a ping on your phone now to say that we are live.
Yes, and if you're not subscribed, if you could just click that button down below. It doesn't cost you anything, and literally takes a split second to do, but helps us out tremendously. And we would love you forever for doing it. Well, I would. You might not. I would.
Love is a bit of a strong word.
I love everybody.
You would appreciate it.
No, I love everybody. I'm a nice person. Despite what everybody else says, I'm a nice person.
I can't even second that.
I'm going to find a mute button again.
So Kev with the first real opportunity of the frame.
Yep.
Even though Zach did pot off the break, but there was a few odds and sods to sort out, and he, fair play to him, tried to play aggressive, trying to get his first frame on the board as soon as possible.
Yeah, Kev's just got to sort out that yellow by the black and the red. Ooh, he's missed that by...
Early jitters, we call that. First frame jitters.
It's nearly as wide as you missed that by.
No, that's why I live closer.
Oh, right, okay. To be fair, there's not a lot in it. He just rolled his eyes.
I didn't roll my eyes, you've got a stern look.
Right, so Zach back at the table. Again, decent opportunity now.
See, in this position, I would take the one next door to what he's just played.
Yes.
Simple fact is that if he tries to play this cannon now, there is every opportunity he's going to end up with no man's land and end on nothing.
He threw his cue at that one a little bit, didn't he?
As it happens, he's got away with it, but he's in a catch-22 now.
Yeah, he's... I don't know what he does here. Does he just cover the pocket and wait, or does he go for it? And he's got a very small window to get that white into to see his last red.
You can smell the hot dog and the onions.
And they do smell really good. The stream may go very, very quiet for 10 minutes in a minute.
He found a sort of a gap.
Yeah. He's done the right thing. He's put it in an open position, open focal position.
Well, only argument that I'd have against that is that he's opened the pocket up.
Yes.
Whereas if he could have kept it on the rail, he would have made more obstacle for Kevin. Whereas now Kevin's now got an actual opportunity, if he chooses to take these out. Kev not quite settled yet.
Thanks for the comment, Jason. Jason being the organiser of today. He's done a very, very good job of organising all the matches today.
Sterling. One 0 Mr. Osborne with no U.
Yes, definitely.
Darren Howlett.
So we've had quite a good day down here at second stage so far, haven't we?
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been good.
I'll be honest with you, it's as I say, first time coming to the venue, but great hospitality by Les and his team.
Yep.
The smell of hot dogs is fantastic. Anyone who knows me, food is my love.
Not going to argue with you there.
Exactly.
No.
And yeah, so been fantastic. We've got a nice little corner to ourselves, really.
Yes, we have indeed, yes.
Yeah, we've got a nice little corner to ourselves for our little streaming setup. And yeah, very good hosts. Like, would recommend it to anyone in the area. If you don't know where it is, just Google Maps it and come
Right
and find
opposite
this
the
little
Landmark
chat.
Theatre.
There we go. Second frame, Mr. Gemmel to break.
And for those of you who don't know, the Landmark Theatre in Ilfracombe looks like one of Madonna's bras that she used to wear on stage in the 80s.
No comment.
So Kev's just broken off, and it's dry.
Dry. Yellows, I fancy. That's such a lie. Reds.
It's the first one. He's going to take yellows.
Yeah, he is, 'cause it's easy.
Yeah.
But sometimes
Not necessarily the way
the
to go.
right
but
choice.
yeah.
But now he's opened them up more. He doesn't really have to deal with the one next to the white ball now.
No, they've all got pockets now. He's
Yep.
just got to mind
The
his
nice
work.
thing
And
is
he'll be fine.
if he plays what I was taught early on in pool, that you play from one area to the other, so you either play top to bottom or bottom to top.
Yeah.
Don't mix it up too much unless you have to. So the simple fact is that he's not got on that ball early. He's going to find it more difficult going forward. I mean, this is his opportunity now to drop this yellow in the middle. I would try and connect the side cushion.
I think
Just
it just
below
stuns it
there.
down a couple inches and it should be alright.
Yeah, either or, but as I say, this is the difficult part now because I don't think this goes.
If this did go, he could just screw back a bit and he'd be okay
Yeah.
again. But now he's got a. He's
almost
not
like
got the
you've got-
right angle on this
You've got,
bottom
you've
yellow.
got to play a shot that I really like playing personally. You've got to play it with this bottom yellow, bottom right hand side on the cue ball to
Yeah.
fizz it round off three. Because if he plays this with like dead screw, again, I'm still not sure that yellow passes into the top right.
No,
pocket.
I don't. And I don't think he's got enough angle to cut it back.
Exactly. So it's a bit of a risky shot, the one that I said before, but gives you a slight opportunity if you're able to do it.
Yeah, if you give yourself a shot, you're giving yourself a chance.
Oh, 100%. But this is, I think this is what's really important in anyone's progression in pool these days is working out their mapping.
Yeah, your pattern plays.
And
Yeah.
like the amount of times that, I mean, I've watched a lot of pool over the years. And it's so interesting to see. Obviously, everyone's different, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, the better players choose the same paths.
Yeah, they picked the right route.
Yeah.
It's-
I mean,
Yeah.
you said earlier a bit like jovially that as long as you pot all yours and you pot the black, that was the right route, which is not a wrong statement because obviously it worked for you, but
No, you're right. If you pick the right pattern, it makes everything easy.
yeah.
Because you're just literally
Oh,
dropping
little
everything
fluke
in.
Dear. Not even an apology. Ouch.
No, that was a foul.
No, he's yellows. That was Zach at the table.
Oh, it was at the table.
Would you concentrate on your own little landmarks there?
My brain can only concentrate on one thing at a time, and I'm doing 12, and it's not working.
Over exaggerate.
All right, until.
Afternoon, George Slade.
Afternoon, George. Thanks for joining the stream again. George tunes in quite regularly.
Very good, very good. Always nice to hear.
Always chatty in the chat as well. Always.
Good. We like to hear that. George, how are we sounding this afternoon? Give us a bit of feedback.
I think it's the first time George would have heard our voices.
More than likely, yeah. Well, anybody's voice. Well, apart from people that know us personally, but.
Afternoon, Sonny.
Sunny. Afternoon. What's everyone up to today? What's their plan of attack? So we all getting on it later for the England game, or are we chill out day? Oh, Connor's joined in.
Hello, Connor.
Connor Bennett, local lad in Barnstable, up and coming.
Luckier than I
Still
am.
young. That is such a lie. Don't listen to that, Connor. Fantastic, George. Thanks for the comment.
Right, George's got a good opportunity to get his first frame on the board now.
Nice to see the place starting to pack out a bit as well.
Yeah, got a few
Bit
more
shy
coming
this
in.
morning for the 10 o'clock games, but I don't think we expected many watchers.
I don't mind as long as they don't eat all the hot dogs.
Oh, 100. If there's not a hot dog left for me, I am not happy.
No. If there's no hot dogs left, I think we'll be cutting the stream short and going home.
If anyone wants to bring us a hot dog, if any do run out, I'll
Yes.
take onions, but with ketchup, no mustard, please.
Oh, definitely no mustard.
I can't stand mustard. I'm 28, my days are long gone.
It still looks 12 though,
Since,
doesn't
I was
it?
just about to say, since when are you 28? You still got a fucking baby face. Excuse my French. Yeah.
We're live on air, please do not swear.
Yeah, sorry. Beat me out next time.
You know where the beat button is. That's the one. Bit late now, but
I apologise. But babyface still looks about 12. Not a bad thing though, Connor. This frame's gone a bit scrappy then, guys.
yeah, they've both gone a bit twitchy.
Kev trying to get his first game on the board, with Zak trying to stretch his lead out to 2-0. This will show us how he's queuing for the day. Here we go. Nice.
Mostly queued.
2-0 Zak then.
And there we go, we can see that our next match at 2 p.m. is Jason Troughton versus David Frost.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to pronounce that name.
I don't know if I pronounced it right. I've never met Jason. So I hope I got his name right. But again, once this frame or this match is finished, we will obviously shut down the stream, and then when we go live again at 2 p.m, we will post all the links on our social media. Again, if you subscribe to us on YouTube, you will get notified straight away when we go live. Saves you having to keep on checking social media. You'll just get a notification. Also helps the channel out massively. So we would very much appreciate if you hit that little subscribe button below your window.
Hit it and go. You won't regret it. Streaming regularly as much as we can. Obviously, it's going to go a little bit quiet over the Christmas period. I think there's a few comps coming up though.
Yes, there is.
You get involved in, aren't you?
Yes, there is hopefully one going on next Sunday on the 18th.
Is that the
That's the international.
come and try us £5 a pop?
Yes, it is. But there is a caveat to that, and that will obviously all depend on how England do in the football. Because obviously, if we do get through to the final,
That's finals day, isn't it?
it is finals day.
The 18th.
Yeah, the 18th. So obviously, if England get through to the final, that will be cancelled.
The world will shut down.
Yes, no
Oh,
one.
sorry,
will,
not the world. The country will shut down.
Yes, no one will want to come and play pool when England is playing the World Cup final.
What day is it? It's Saturday the 18th, isn't it?
No, it's Sunday.
Or is it Sunday?
Sunday.
A lot of people are going to go into work with sore heads if we win.
Very.
We win.
I would imagine there'll be a lot of people calling in sick.
Yeah, so bosses beware everywhere. The 19th may not be your best day to have constructive business.
Probably best just to shut.
Yeah, just shut for the
just
day.
shut. Just shut.
Tell you
Give
what, have
everybody
a
a day off.
well-deserved day off, yeah.
Give everybody a day
Non-paid.
off. And then on the 27th of December, so day after Boxing Day.
That's usually when it is.
Well done. Correct. We've got Mavericks Holiday Bank Holiday Bonanza, which again is a £5 competition.
Of course, say that 3 times fast.
I couldn't say it one time fast. Yeah, so anyway, that's on the 27th. It's £5 entry. Be going on from 10 a.m. in the morning. I will be streaming and playing in that one, so that will be fun to have a go at. The places are all sold out already.
Sold. And then there's
No.
we're just waiting for Mr. Williams to get back to us about the 7th, aren't we?
Yeah,
There's an idea, there's irons in the works.
Yeah, there was a competition that we were going to do on the 7th, but that's gone by the wayside now.
Unfortunately.
Yes. So we're hoping to put something together to fill in that gap.
Not to interrupt you, but hello, Wayne. Thanks for your comment.
Hello, Wayne. How are we doing?
So yeah, but going back to the 7th, that's obviously the original 67k qualifier.
Yeah, for the
Has now been
Blackball Tables
yeah.
Fibre Tech Challenge.
Yeah, that's now gone. Unfortunately, we couldn't get enough people to get in, but Mr. Williams did let us know last night that there was an idea in the
Yeah, there's an idea
brewing on paper, which he said he'll get back to us shortly, because obviously we need to fire that up and get some entries in.
Well, Kev looks in good form here to get his first frame on the board.
It's a nice little finish, to be fair, as much as we've been talking about some comps coming up. Obviously still taking note of what is going on, and that was a nice little steady finish.
Yeah, it was indeed.
Didn't do much with the white ball, kept it on a piece of string, didn't run out of position.
And that's the thing that we were talking about earlier with your pattern play. If you choose the right pattern, your cue ball you don't have to do an awful lot
Yeah.
with, and it's just making it easy for yourself. As soon as you start having to make shots that you've got to pull out from nowhere, that's what makes it hard.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we can all make it sound easy on streaming and watching.
Oh yeah,
Don't get me wrong, we're all pros when we do this.
Oh, we all
100%.
talk video game. Yeah, we
Oh,
all talk
100%.
video game. Yeah. Every time I watch snooker, I can do 147.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I'm lucky if I can do 16. Actually, when I'm playing.
I won't go as far as 10, but
I had a 31 against you the other day. No, sorry, 37.
it was 37, you missed the black,
I did, but
which you defeated yourself anyway. Before
I
you
still
even
won the
hit that
frame.
black, it was a bit of an acute cut into the middle, and you said, "I don't like these. I don't usually pot these." Then you went up and missed it for a 44 clearance.
I know I did, but I still won that frame. We're not going to talk about the other two.
Do you want to talk about frame 2, Darren?
No, we don't want to talk about frame
Why don't you want to talk about frame 2?
because I didn't win.
Well, we know you didn't win. Neither did you win the first one, to be honest.
Again, we won't talk about that one either. Right, so anyway,
Back to the pool.
back to the business. Kev breaks off.
Back
in
to the business of
3-4.
why we're actually here.
Yes.
Nice break. Ball spotted.
I think he's got to go red. I think
I
he's
don't
going
know,
to
I
go
think
red.
either's good, to be honest. Because
Yeah.
once you clear the bottom yellow into the left bottom pocket.
Yeah, if he
assuming
drops
that it goes-
into...
But I think either's good here. I mean,
yeah, take the yellow into the middle and then he can...
I think if you put 10 pros in the building and gave them this option,
Oh,
I
10
think there'd be a
different
split.
routes.
No, there would be a split in terms of reds yellows.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think this would be 50-50.
But there'd be 10 different routes
Oh,
as well.
100%. So
So he
let's
is
see
going
where
yellows.
he's going. Yellow balls in play for Mr. Gemmel. This is the key part now, because what we were talking about earlier in terms of pattern play, but also top to bottom and sticking to one part of the table first.
Yeah, so with that one that he's just taken in the middle, he obviously didn't have the right angle where he could have pushed through to
But
take
I
out the
wouldn't,
two
I wouldn't
yellows
blame
down
him
the
here.
bottom.
This is the only time that I would say
Go from top to bottom.
you would switch again, because he's obviously switched from the bottom half to the top half.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't have blamed him to get rid of the two balls because of where the black is.
exactly.
Then use that ball he's just missed to go back down into the bottom half and cross over. I wouldn't have blamed him.
Yeah, because the bottom of those two yellows does go down to the bottom
Correct.
left pocket, or top left as you look at the
Yeah.
screen. And then he can take the top of those two yellows into the middle.
In the middle or the bottom. So where Zach now comes to the table, one small problem ball at the top cushion, but obviously still goes in one pocket. Didn't want the little flick on there,
No,
but
with that
has
red at the
now-
top, with that red at the top as well, that does pass the yellow makes it a big pocket.
I think that's tighter than it looks on the screen.
I don't
The way
think it's going
these-
to
the way
make a
these
lot of difference.
tables are
Kev's going to pot it.
Yes. Again, top to bottom. Ideally, you would have wanted that to come off the cushion, but we would want to get rid of this one. So he's going to have to think now, like, And that's the trouble if you lose your pattern, because you're going into moving the white ball too much.
And also as well with Zak's previous shot, he's blocked off the top
Yeah.
left pocket now.
Which he will now uncover for himself, and he should
Yeah.
quite happily here be able to pattern play bottom to top and stay well clear of everything.
And as long as he
Even-
minds his work,
Could have done with being a bit
a couple more
bouncier, but
inches up from that, and he
To be
would
fair,
be
even
perfect.
half an inch would have been much better. But
He's okay.
dangerous
though.
to the in off now.
He should be right.
Played it well.
Yeah.
The only trouble is he's going to have to go in and out that bottom section if he chooses to use the red now. But the trouble is he's moving further and further away. Because I don't think he's missed that on purpose, trying to cover the pocket.
Yeah.
But he was in danger of moving the white too much and having to do too much work.
Yeah, you really need to get up onto this red up on the top cushion as quick as possible.
Yeah. I've always thought that in my personal game of like trying to dislodge your balls early, like your difficult balls.
Yeah.
As early as
Get them
possible.
as quick as you can.
The amount of, should we say, lower standard of player in a general capacity who leave their dodgiest ball till last and need to get it out and end up just swiping
Yeah.
at it is ridiculous. But
But again, as we're saying, like if you pick your right pattern, you get your difficult balls out first. You
Yeah.
then make it easy for yourself later on.
100%.
And wow, Kevin missed that one.
He's missed it, but he's been slightly fortuitous.
He has and he hasn't, because now Zak has an ideal opportunity just to tuck Kevin.
Tuck, tuck, tuckity, tuck, tuck, tuck.
Just pop this one off the top cushion.
I wouldn't even pot it.
No, I wouldn't. Just pop it off the top cushion, leave it poppable,
Like so.
like so, and you've left Kevin snookered. Now, if there is a shot here, he can come off the left-hand cushion, hit the yellow that will hit the red and go in the middle.
If you'd have hit that harder with a bit more right hand spin
Yeah.
on the white ball, then he may have potted it. But there was no guarantee.
No, but in that situation,
But Zak's going to do him a favour.
that's actually a good shot.
It's a good shot. It is a very good shot. There's still one cushion escape there, but it's a very dangerous cushion escape because obviously.
If he's coming off the side
pot
cushion, obviously he's got something about the black and it makes the yellow quite thin.
Yep.
If he's coming off the bottom cushion, there's always a chance that he could leave it behind the red.
Yeah,
and
but he's going to play off the bottom cushion here, and he's got to play this off two cushions really.
yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh, that was very close.
Me old man's in the comments. Doug James.
Hello, Doug. Nice for you to join us.
His name's James, but his handle is Doug James.
You didn't tell me that until just now.
Doug's good. Just don't call him Jim.
Okay.
A lot of people that
Yeah,
have the name James get called Jim, don't they?
I know my dad was saying.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Or Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo. Yeah, don't call him that. He's got a hell of a left hook. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for commenting. Oh, he got away with that. I don't think he quite cued that the way he wanted.
No, he was very quick to get up off the cue
Yeah,
on
he
that
was,
one.
yeah. He's very fortunate because he's left himself a lovely angle now.
Yeah.
Bit of bottom right, trace.
He's all right.
He's all right, but this is pressure now.
No,
No,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
How far away did you say he lived?
Well,
I'm just thinking I could be
He's
gone
in-
before he actually got here.
lovely finish there by Zak.
done, Zak.
Goes 3-1 up. He's currently residing in Exeter, but he is now a resident of Spain.
Okay.
Just bought a house out there. So lives in the wilderness. If he wants to crank the music up to 14, no one's going to tell him to turn it down, apart from the local farmer. But he sounds like a good guy.
That's right.
Especially as there's olive trees, nut trees, all on Dad's land, which the lovely farmer takes care of and ends up paying the water bill because he uses the most water from us.
Very nice, eh?
So we get
Can't argue
free
with that.
water.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
So yeah. So he's just waiting for his actual visa now. He's actually the house deal has been done. He's lived over there for his sliding scope scale, which you can do 90 days and 180 days.
Right.
But he's now got to wait for his actual visa to come back. Even though he's been granted it, he's got to wait for it to come back on his passport. So he's had to reside somewhere for 4 to 6 weeks. And we're coming, I think next Thursday is the 6th week on the dot from when he had his visa application. And then he can fly back to Spain and live out there. So we're just waiting for that now. But yeah, exactly. Dad. Crank it up to 11. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to tell you any different.
I know we'd be tapping it for a holiday next year. Then.
Yep, we're going to. We've got some more irons in the works. We're looking at some apartments on some golf courses. So maybe if we can't get the type of apartments we want, then we may be looking at like a townhouse close to like golf courses or cycle retreats. So lots going on at the moment.
So, nearly ready for frame 5.
Let's get the boys back on the street.
Just letting the sponsors just go around a little bit.
Oh, my bad. Apparently it's 8 weeks next Wednesday.
There we go. We had to give our sponsors a little bit of airtime. Much appreciate them for sponsoring the stream today.
That was a bit of a different break. He slid off that front board.
He gave it everything and just slightly went off. No, thank you very much to all our sponsors today.
Sink at it.
Yeah, thanks to all our sponsors today. But again, without these sponsors, events like these won't be able to go ahead. Well, certainly not streamed anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think it does need to be mentioned that people have to realise what goes into setting up a stream, and especially to the magnitude that you've done it to. People's got to realise that it's not cheap to have even half decent equipment.
Yeah, it's not a case of literally turn the camera on and away we go. Yeah, we turned up last night. I think we got here about 5:30, and I think we left here about 8:30 after actually setting up and doing a little test.
Yep.
Obviously, today is the first time we've ever gone with commentary. Not sure how I'm doing on the commentary just yet, but seem to be talking about everything else except pool.
You need a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have a mix.
But yeah, it's our first day. It's we're giving it a go. So.
Experience everything and everything.
Yeah.
That's what you need to go down.
And but this just helps us out further along down the line when we've got Broughton Finals Day next year. We've got Barnstable Finals Day for the next 2 years.
Thanks, Dale. Thanks for the comment.
So yeah, it's certainly gone a lot. It's gone further than I thought, a lot quicker than I thought it would do.
I think you've. The other thing as well is that you've put yourself in a position where, especially Barnstable-wise, you're very local.
Yep.
You know a lot of the players because you've been around the pool scene, especially in Devon, for the last 20 years?
Oh God, yeah.
If not 25.
Well, I first started playing in the pool league in Barnstable.
1964.
No, a little bit later. Around about 84, 85.
30 years.
Yeah. No, nearly 40.
Nearly, I was doing,
nearly 40 years ago I started playing in the Barnstable Pool League. I did have a break for about 10, 15 years because I did move away from the area.
Yeah.
moved up to Surrey, but continued to play pool up in Surrey.
Yeah.
And then come back down and again been back straight into the pool league again and been here ever since.
There we have it. The
Thanks,
life
James.
of Darren Howlett.
Yeah. Thanks, James, for the letting us know that comms are good. Nice to get some feedback. Right, let's get into the game. Oh, Kev. I think he slightly miscued that one from a little bit. From what I
Slightly
could see.
hampered, but
Yeah, he
I
was.
still wouldn't have expected him to miss it though.
So this gives Zach a very, very good opportunity to go 4-1 up.
See, here you go. Here's one for you, Howlett. You've got ball in hand in this situation. What are you doing? Are you going for the clearance? Is the first the question you need to ask yourself.
Yeah, I probably would.
And what are you playing first ball?
That's not a bad shot.
It's not a bad shot.
No, I probably wouldn't have gone over that side of the table. I would have come more over to the right-hand side to get the red by the bulk line away.
Just shows how people different view it. I'd get the black out
Yeah, no, it's a good show.
on my free shot.
Yeah, good show.
And I would probably use the red that is on the bulk line.
To do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have either, depending on sort of how you think you're queuing on the day, because obviously it's not the easiest of shots, and you've got to
No, 'cause
look
you'd
at the
have to
knuckle
very
for the
yeah.
middle pocket knuckles, and I mean, Zach's kind
Zach's
of.
just biding his time. Isn't
He is, but he's left the window because
he? Yeah,
Kev could play this top yellow,
stun into the black.
stunny hot, stun medium pace, and just drift over. And he's gone the absolute complete opposite. Yeah, going back to the reds, if I would have played the one that Zach's just moved, or that was on the bulk line,
Yeah.
over to down to the black, because everything else was in the open anyway, and even that red that he played off the yellow in the bottom corner,
He could have done that anyway.
he could have played that anyway, or it was even a plant,
Yes.
so he didn't have to move it. So he
Again, it's all about making your life
yeah,
easy.
100%. And I think this is where you will find that. I remember I'd done some streaming with PSP up at Swindon, and we were talking.
How dare you advertise competition? Even though I've
He's
got
a-
a great big sticker
I
on
was
my
going to say,
Q
you've
case
got a big,
band.
great sticker on the Q case. But yeah, and we were doing a C team comp, and we were talking about, like, because he does B team, and obviously then he does elite and bits and pieces, and it's so different when you watch and stream different
Yeah.
levels of players.
Yeah.
Because you can, the thing is, you can notice it straight away.
But also as well, when we're looking at the stream and the cameras in a different position and what the actual players are seeing themselves.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Don't get me wrong, it is different. Like
Yeah.
I stated earlier, we're all pros when we watch.
Oh,
like
God,
we
yeah,
can all
yeah.
finish the table
Yeah.
without missing.
Whereas there's things that we'd see.
Cue ball.
Oh, cue ball. He's all right. Yeah, there's things that we'd see just because of the angle of where the camera is.
Oh, no,
that
don't
the-
get me wrong, I'm
that
not-
The players
yeah.
may not.
Yeah, there's definitely that to equate to.
Yeah.
It definitely has to be taken into consideration, but at the same time, as I say, the levels to what I would call mapping
Yes. Oh, definitely.
changes dramatically.
Yeah. We can all pop balls.
100%, yep. True statement.
Yeah. Yeah. So we can all pop balls, but
Zach
like,
could be in trouble here.
yeah. That's a very good shot.
I wasn't sure why he didn't take that on.
But like you say, if you can get your pattern play to a fine art.
It's not even pattern play, because you've always got to allow for a margin of error.
Oh, he's very unlucky there, Zach.
You've always got to equate for a small margin of error. I mean, don't get me wrong, the very top players of the game, whether you're a Ultimate Tour fan or whether you're an IPA player or fan, so you've got the likes of, like at the moment, Dunster's hot.
Yep.
Obviously, Shane Thompson's had a great year on the Ultimate, but then you've got Mellin and
Mick Hill, Gareth
Yeah,
Potts,
the names are endless. But
Yeah.
you watch those guys, and they are obviously different gravy. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But Potsy for me is the one that makes the game look the easiest.
Yes.
100%.
And same with Chris Mellin. Chris Mellin, although he likes all the flashy shots,
But he makes it simple.
His pattern play is up there with the best of them.
Oh, 100%.
And again, it's because they've got that level of pattern play, they make the game look easy because they are doing absolutely nothing but a white ball.
Exactly. But this is what a lot of people don't realise. But anyway, Zak's got a good opportunity. Lovely double. But yeah. Effectively...
2 secs. Oh, there we go.
There
I was going to say the stream just froze for a little bit there.
We're having a moment.
Yeah.
Effectively, the less you can move the white ball, the better you're going to be.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, if you can just do little stun run-through or just stuns and stun shots, so the cue ball's literally moving 6 inches or less,
Yeah.
you're less prone to mistakes.
Yeah. But no, I think even at a mediocre level, you've got to allow, as I was saying earlier, for small fundamental errors, because we're all human, we all make them, and even those big boys occasionally make the mistakes. Like, as I say, we're all human, but it's something. The trouble is, it's one of the hardest things to practice.
Oh, definitely, because
every frame is different.
Every frame's different.
Because people that cut break, the balls tend to, not all the time, but tend to sit on one side of the table, depending on which side they cut from. A lot of people, what you find is if they play screw back off the break, the balls seem to end at the bottom end of the table where the rack is anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Because the balls that do cross the path of halfway and come off the top cushion tend to go back down into that area.
Yes.
And the people that tend to play topspin / middle ball, you'll find it's more of a middle table game.
Yeah.
And it's weird how it works like that, but that's the general pattern of it. So nobody can predict where balls are going to land.
No, definitely not.
And to practice pattern play, mapping, whatever you want to call it, is so difficult. I mean, the only thing you can really do is watch YouTube videos. Like, I know it sounds like cliche.
The way I approach a rack after I've broken, say I've broken, I've potted a ball.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah. I will work my way back from the black. So I will look where the black is, see where the ball that I will want to use to get onto the black.
So basically your last object ball before the black.
Yeah. But I then work back from that. So I will work my rotate backwards, if you like.
So you're talking about pre-potting any ball?
Yeah. Right. And I will look, see where the black is, and what the situation is around the black, what ball I'm going to use to get onto the black. So once I've worked out what ball I'm going to use to get onto the black, I then work out what ball I'll need to get onto that ball. Yeah. And then work my way backwards, and that way I'm working my route out backwards, but it ends up forwards because obviously you switch it around.
That was a big miss from
Very big miss.
Kevin there, because they've split lovely.
Yeah, they are.
Either is good here. In this situation, yellows are going to be taken all day.
Yes, definitely.
As much as you would like to get your hands on reds, but yellows will be taken.
Again, it's all about minding your work. Don't move that cue ball any further than you have to.
No. 100%.
And like we say, if Zak minds his work here, he can very quickly go into a 5-1 lead.
Yeah, so he wants to be pushing this one. He's gone this way. I think he's going to hope to now take it out.
Yes.
In terms of flick it up on the way through.
But now he's relying on a little bit of luck.
Yeah, he needs to cue this
leave himself a shot.
Because he's played that very well. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but there is. Playing it that slowly is always a risk because you can just get stuck.
Yeah, he could have ended up behind the ball that he was wanting to play.
Yeah. But he's played it very well. Just needs to navigate this red. or navigate the pocket.
I think he thinks that's drifted.
I'd say by his reaction, you are correct. Because he wasn't very happy about that.
No, he wasn't. But again, when you're playing something that slow, if you're at a finger mark, a bit of chalk, anything on the table.
The trouble is, the cloths that these on, I
think there's some only 861.
yeah, I think they're 861s, and they are horrendous for finger marks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be honest. I like watching the Ultimate Tour, for example. The one thing I cannot stand is when they do that top view on the table. So
and you see all the finger marks.
And you see all the finger marks, because that, I don't know what it is. I know they're using, obviously, Hainsworth Match in that grey cloth.
I don't think it's Hainsworth. I think it's Strachan's Speed.
No, I'm pretty sure they've moved to, it might even be Hainsworth Precision, the top dog.
Again, I'm not 100%.
But whatever it is, the finger marks are atrocious.
Yeah.
But you get the same with these Simonis, these 861s. Like, don't get me wrong, they're lovely cloths to play on. They're great for clubs because they are hardware, and as much as they're expensive to put on, because you're talking best part of £400 to £500 to have one of these fitted.
Oh, easy.
They're top dollar.
Yeah, I know Hainsworth Match. They're looking about £400 per table.
Fitted.
Fitted.
Yeah.
That is cushions included, but that's
of course,
still,
yeah, but every set comes with cushions.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but that's an awful lot of money for one
100%.
table.
Yeah. I mean,
so you even down here, you're looking at £1,200 to recloth all 3 tables.
yeah, and you ain't doing all that at once.
No. You certainly want to get your money's worth out of them.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, as much as these cloths are expensive, do they last long enough for a club environment? I mean, this is not a club environment per se. It's got a club vibe, don't get me wrong.
From talking to a few people down there, it is the most popular venue in Ilfracombe for pool.
Nice shot there by Kev. I think the only way Kev is going to get back into this is to play tactical and take chances, because Zak is very much a confidence player.
And he's queuing well.
Oh my God, unbelievable scenes. I think
he's got a very thin snick into the middle now.
It's a thin snick, or there's a nice thick big pocket up there. Off the cushion.
Off the cushion, yeah. He's going.
But he's going to go thin.
Oh, he's missed it completely. It was that thin.
I mean, I'd like to be thin, but not that thin.
I got no chance being that thin.
So again, we've been going on about patterning and making your life easier. This is a prime example with the 2 reds on the right-hand side. Yes. Everything else is Dollyville. See which way he plays it. See, I like that, just not as hard. Yeah. But he's in the clear.
Yeah.
But effectively, you play this middle one, you might have to be a bit techie with it and try and get... You want to clear these 2 up by the top right.
Now, me personally, I mean, I'm not a lover of these sort of like little thin drop-ins to the middle, so I would be playing the plant at the top.
Yeah. The only problem with playing the plant on that angle is that if you don't put it in clean enough, like now would be fine, because he's got better angle.
Oh, yeah.
But the angle you had initially, the issue you've got, if you put it in too clean, that white is sticking to that cushion.
Yeah.
Because you're going to want to try and drop it in dead weight, because you don't want it to move too much, talking about the white ball not moving or the object ball not moving, especially in plants. But
again, it's as we were saying, everybody's different. For me,
sorry to interrupt, but that was the perfect way to play that.
Yeah, it was very, very good. For me personally, like I say, the thin snicks, slow drop-ins to the middle, not my favourite.
Yeah, complete
shot.
Opposite for me.
So
complete opposite. I'd play into a middle all day long.
And obviously everybody's got a place to do a
straight.
Yeah, that's very, very
like
good.
We talk about pattern in there. That is the best of all 3 worlds right there.
Yeah, he's got a shot whichever way he goes.
Take your pick. Yeah. Pick your route now. Stick with it, and play confident.
Yeah.
And I would say, if Kev takes these out now, that's probably the best finish we've seen on stream so far.
Yeah, I think he's run a little bit too far there.
Yeah, he's got to make a decision now because, again, it's slightly angled, but he's got the opportunity to either drop this in dead and literally move the white
Oh,
next to nothing.
that's
If you
the
were
only
gonna,
risk
if
there.
you were gonna play it like that, I was just about to say before he hit that,
You've got to hit it
you had
harder.
it a little harder, and you just wanted it to drift. Like I think even in that scenario, even putting the white ball on the far top right side rail, side cushion, and giving yourself a shot at your last red or last colour,
Yeah.
is the big thing.
Oh, you've got to give yourself a shot. If you haven't got a shot, then you're nowhere.
But that now has given Zak in this match, not the frame, in the match, that's given him massive control now.
Yeah, he just.
I mean,
picks it.
4-2 is a different scoreline.
Yes, definitely.
Like,
Yeah,
one frame, like,
5-1, 4-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
it's a big flick switch. That. Wipes his feet, but it's there. 5-1 to Zak now.
You feel now Kevin has got to put his foot on the accelerator now and get some frames on the board. Otherwise,
Yeah, at this stage, you have to make a choice. You either have to put your foot on the gas and attack, or you go the complete opposite and you go very tactical.
yeah, but
You cannot, at this stage, you cannot play a mix of both. I mean, don't get me wrong.
no, he
again-
can. But what I'm saying is he's got to put a couple frames on the board now.
Oh, now, yeah.
If he loses one more, he's on no lose pull.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
So yeah,
Which is where you don't want to be at this stage. I mean, obviously, that's God-given answer, that. But at the end of the day, you've frame by frame now.
yeah, Kev's got to win.
For Kev.
Kev's got to win the next two at least, and
That will help.
That will definitely.
Because obviously that's in off on Zak's break. So Kev comes to table shot visit. Yellows are absolute drop-ins.
Yeah. So he's just got to mind his work here. Be sensible, like we keep on saying. Don't move the cue ball any more than you have to. But it's vitally important he wins this frame.
There's a lot of different options here. And again, put 10 people in a room, you get 10 different answers.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like this play if he's going to go yellows. I
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, just move that out the way.
I like that a lot.
Oh no! It didn't
It's a
cushion.
foul.
It's a foul.
I love the play as well.
Yeah, it was very, very good
I
thinking.
love the play.
Yeah, it was good thinking.
Do you want to go and... Stream, it's fine. Interaction.
Well done.
So going back to the complete opposite is, and now Zak, after Kev playing a great shot, but getting unlucky with not hitting a cushion to foul.
And Kev's opened it all
He has,
up
he's-
for Zak.
Yeah.
It's, you feel this kind of is the beginning of the end for Kev.
Yes and no. I mean, he needs to forget. I mean, that's another big thing in Paul, especially over these short races, is that if you make a mistake to that sort of that level, you
can't-
need to forget about it. You can't dwell.
But it's the hardest thing to do is to forget.
Don't get me wrong. Any sport.
Yeah,
Any sport.
Literally, the only time, the only thing you've got control over is the shot you've got in front of you.
Yeah.
Not what you've done,
No.
not what you're going to do, but what you've got in front of you. But it is so hard to get out of that mentality of I messed that up, and you kind of then start to try harder. So
great
that's
little
where you tense up, and that's where you can start getting a little bit twitchy.
Yeah.
And then start.
2 little shots here for Zak then. That is not one of them.
Yeah, so
You live again, Mr. Gemmel.
You then start inviting things into your game that shouldn't normally be there, and that's where you can make your little mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm very good at saying this. I'm not very good at putting
Doing
it
it,
in practice. Yeah,
no.
yeah. I do everything wrong that I
See,
tell everybody you shouldn't do.
I hate pool that much that I can forget about it instantly. It's great. I don't have a problem forgiving myself and letting it go. No issues at all for me.
I've got better at it. I will admit I have got better at it. Years ago, I would punish myself for the whole frame, if not match.
hello.
Oh, hello, Kev.
Take it and run.
Yeah, I would.
Don't wipe your feet, but do collect £200 as you pass go. Right, back to concentration, Kev.
Yeah. Right. Well, he's overshot that a little bit.
I've got to be honest, I think the tables are throwing people out.
Yeah, they are very fast.
These Strachan's are quick, don't get me wrong, but I think if you don't play on it on a regular basis, this can throw you.
Oh, that's a good shot.
That's a great shot.
That's a great shot, Kev.
Drop, drop, drop.
Yeah.
Nice and simple.
Yeah, you need
Get
this.
yourself back in.
I would have tried to come up a little bit further from that.
No, that's all right.
He's played that well.
2 little dollies. That's it. Whip your cue like you've got Harry Potter's wand in your hand. Wingardium Leviosa!
Oh, he's done that well.
5-2.
Done that
Lovely
well.
little finish from Mr. Gemmel.
Yeah, he needed that badly.
Oh, 100%. That was, I mean, as much as Zak should have that on toast, do you know what I mean? But
Oh, especially after Kev made the foul. And,
oh, 100%.
Yeah,
I love that play that Kev attempted.
yeah, it's very good thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Very good thinking.
It was perfect. You couldn't have gone much better. But Zak should have taken him out. The way he's been playing until this match.
Yeah.
Well, through this match, to say. So we're starting to get a bit rowdy in here now, which ain't a bad thing.
No, we've got a few more coming in now.
Yeah. Mr. Twister's re-arrived. Seniors World Champion?
Yes, current reigning World Seniors Champion. This is his 3rd World Championship
I believe
in his
it's
career.
his 3rd. Unbelievable player.
Yep.
I remember watching Twisty play snooker first before we went into pool massively.
I've never seen him play snooker.
He can hold a cue mind. Not just on this little base. He wasn't bad at the big base either. And he made the transition, I think, when he decided that he wasn't going to go down the snooker route, and then he went into pool.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, I think he's made some big breaks.
I'm happy with my highest of 63.
No comment.
All right, we all know that we've got one better than that the other day. For those who were wondering, he had an 87 in the second frame against me the other day.
With a few reds left.
Yes. We won't talk about the black. Was it the black that you missed?
No, it was a red.
And to be fair, the way you were playing,
I had Tommy over it.
but you would unfortunately overrun in your last 2 positional shots,
Oh,
didn't you?
massive breaks.
Big bang.
That bottom cushion on that table needs something. That is unfortunate because that's a decent break.
Yeah, that's dry. So I think Zak's going to go yellow.
I'm not sure. This first yellow he's going to take, could you flick the black on the way
Yeah,
through?
I was thinking that, yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Again,
Definitely.
again, he's just got a mind as well.
Yeah, effectively get rid of this.
I got to admit, I want to go in this way. I would.
Got away with it. Flying.
I got to admit, I would have cleared the
Yeah,
one.
top to
yeah,
bottom,
one by the book line, and then
Yeah.
one in the middle, and then gone down the bottom.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a good possibility. he can
There's
clear
an
this up,
argument
but-
for the way that Zak's going. It's all on this shot now.
Yeah, if he doesn't get this right.
That'll do.
As it happens.
He's perfect.
So very quickly then, which yellow are you leaving till last?
The one that he's playing now. No, in fact, no. I got to admit, I would have played the one to the bottom left on the screen first.
But I asked you in this scenario.
Yeah.
Which one you
But
leaving
he
last?
played it too quick for my brain to think.
That could leave him in trouble.
I think he's all right. I think he can get through here.
There's a little bit of swerve going into this.
No, he's fine. He was fine. There you go, he's fine.
So, for Zach to go on the hill of hills, the one-away hill.
And there we go.
That's a reverse dish. I think that's our first type of dish today.
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah.
Good job I pay attention on this, isn't it?
Well, I wish you told me. Wish you told me before, and I could have done me a little reverse dish graphic.
Oh,
See,
well, just have a little play. Oh no, sponsors ready.
So anyway, as you can see on the stream right now, it's showing our next match, which is at 2 p.m. Jason Troughton. Hopefully, I was pronounced your name right there, Jason. If I haven't, I do apologise. Versus David Frost. That'll be at 2 o'clock. That will be our next stream after this
That's
one finishes.
ironic considering the weather.
Or fitting. Maybe not ironic, but fitting.
Either way.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll be on at 2 o'clock. So after this match is finished,
Hot dogs.
We will stop the stream, then go and get a hot dog, and then we will be back at 2 o'clock with the next match of the day.
So Zach has the break. He is on the hill.
I keep on pressing wrong buttons today.
No comment.
I've got them right now.
He's hit it. He's crunched it. He needs a bit of fortune. Absolutely nothing. It's dry.
No, it's dry.
You really need to get a thing for when it's a dry break. Sahara Desert.
As dad jokes go.
But I could use the bleep word for another one that's often used.
Yeah. Does it can tell witches by any chance?
No.
No.
Nuns.
Yeah. Yeah. And we will leave it there. Right. Zach's at the table.
Zach didn't get a choice.
No.
Kev chose yellows.
Yeah, he's got a mess up the top that he's got to sort out and quickly.
He's got more than a mess. There's more twists and turns in that than there is in my hair. And especially your hair, as you ain't got any.
I haven't got them. I cut it all off the other day and then it turned really cold and I really regret it now.
Ha ha. No sympathy for you.
It is very cold.
See, if I was Kev, I wouldn't be touching any of these.
Although he has played that quite well.
Has he, though? Because he's got an opportunity to take both balls down by the black.
Yes.
And because he's now left that ball over the pocket, I mean, he's not even looking at him, so Kev's in a win-win here. But if he looks down the table, because he's only putting these balls more safe.
Oh.
And when you're hitting the ball at 1,000,000 miles an hour, you don't know where it's going to go.
No. James, as you obviously didn't tune into the stream earlier, but as I said on the stream earlier, I've got a face for radio and a voice for silence, so mullet would not do me good at all.
It would make him more funny looking if he had one of those silly moustaches with a mullet. And look like a proper Aussie.
No, redneck.
Doing November.
No, American redneck. No Julian Banjos? Ding, 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 ding. Right, so...
Up the rail first.
Yeah, come on,
I
Kat.
need to get out of the habit of that. I hate that saying.
What,
up the rail. No, it's a cushion. And my dad will jump on it in a minute. You're in England, it's a cushion, not a rail.
Yeah, we're not in American. It's not 9 ball.
But the amount of people that, like, even some of the Ultimate guys, like the
Oh yeah, yeah, it's definitely
oh yeah, he's got to
transferred.
hit this up the rail. No, it's a bloody cushion.
That's a good shot, Kevin. That's a very good shot, Kevin.
Just stun this across.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to do too much work with this white. Just play it, pot it, settle.
Oh no! Oh.
Has he got away with it?
It's a cushion.
It's a cushion. He got away with it.
Yeah, he played that.
Drop it.
Well done, Kevin.
Lovely. 6-3.
The comeback.
The first and the last is what we said earlier, and
Yeah.
effectively, Mr. Gemmel is on. He can't lose.
No, we can't. He is on no lose pool. And it's Kevin's break next.
Yep.
So essentially, he's got 2 breaks to bring it back to 6 all.
I wish we had that on camera.
I'm glad we didn't. Anywho, right, so essentially, Kev has got this break and 1 more. And if he can take Zak's break as well, that will put him on the hill as well. So he's... But again, take this 1 shot at a time. Mind your work. Unfortunately, dry on that break.
Yeah, we turned the volume off that as Darren got done by a participant.
I got left hanging.
Got left hanging.
Went to shake his hand and he completely ignored me.
So, if Zak can get this red into that pocket over the far right and get on that bottom ball ASAP in any way, shape or form.
That's a good shot.
Not like that, like that.
It's a good shot.
It is a good shot. Had to rely on a little bit of luck, but deserved it the way he played it.
Calculated.
Yeah. He's in trouble now unless that doesn't spin. He's
gonna
left
take,
himself the long one.
He's going to take these down.
And if he plays this with a bit more screw than he actually needs,
Yeah.
it's the best of both worlds.
Just about to say, how's that not dropped?
Wipers of fetus.
To be fair, Zak's actually played really well today. He's struggled.
He's made a few small errors,
Yes.
but again, we're all human. We can sit here as commentators, and anyone can sit here as a reviewer and go, "I would have done this, I would have done that." But to be fair to Zak, apart from 1 or 2, I'd go for
Yeah.
bad decisions or maybe
But he's
bad
potted-
plays,
he's
should we call
potted
it.
well, yeah.
But he has.
And I think Kev's just unfortunately come up against a very good Zak today.
Yeah, but again, Kev has added chances.
Yes, he has.
Like, don't take that away.
Yeah.
But
And there we go. That.
oh my, oh,
And that will be
wipers of the fetus again us.
a reverses dishes.
Oh, reverses dishes. Lovely little visual.
So well done, Zak.
So, ladies and gents, match 2 has completed, and Zak Osborne takes it 7-3 over Kevin Gemmel.
Again, we would like to thank our sponsors for sponsoring the stream today.
All 12 of you. Obviously, we don't need to say it because you're on stream as we speak.
And we'd like to thank all 22 of you that have tuned in today to watch this one.
Fantastic of you. If you
Hope
could
you-
all,
yeah.
for all those that haven't
subscribed,
please do.
and there is over 60% of my viewers aren't subscribed.
It's crazy when you think that.
Yeah.
I was watching, just very quickly, I was watching a channel that I watch quite a lot of, which is Good Golf. They're an American
Right. Yeah.
boys who play a lot of golf and do challenges, etc. And they've got over 1 million subscribers, right, in 8 months.
Who's that?
In 8 months, they still reckon that again.
83%. Are
No,
not
they're talking about 65-70%.
Yeah.
And you sort of think to yourself, they've got 1 million. They got 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're 1.1 million now, 1.2 million. That's 400,000. Sorry, that's 650,000
Yeah. People that aren't.
that haven't subscribed to them. Like, it's crazy. But honestly,
Sorry
guys,
to keep on banging on about it.
yeah,
but it literally
it
takes,
will get tedious, but it only takes 2 seconds.
if that.
Yeah.
And it does help us out hugely.
Yeah,
with
and
YouTube
going
algorithm.
forward, it just, yes, it makes our life easier, but also it makes your life easier as well, because we don't keep going on about it.
We will.
I mean, we will.
We will. Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? It's
But you'll get notified every time
Yeah.
we go live. You don't have to
Comments,
keep on.
updates,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And I say it as a we, but we hope to do more of other things as well.
Yes.
So it's not just the one channel you're going to be potentially watching in the future.
Yes, we have
A few ideas, yeah.
where we want to take this and what we want to do with it, but it all takes time.
100%, yeah. Focus one thing at a time,
Yep.
but for now, click that subscribe button. We will see you at 2 o'clock. We're going to go and eat a hot dog, grab a cup of coffee.
Hopefully there's some left.
Yeah, hopefully. I might even sneak in too. I'm not surprised I'm saying that, but
I might join you.
see you at 2 o'clock.
See you at 2 o'clock, everybody. Ta-ra.